I don't want to live in someone else's vision for me. I'm going to live in the vision that I create for me.
Okay. So then, coming to your background, what do you think you are?
I'm just a human. If
But no,
well,
politically.
it's because of the labels that they put on it. Like, if you just want to say my skin is black, but the label that they put on it, I don't check that box though.
What I found is that, like children and stuff, children don't really understand or know that they're black or white or whatever until grown-ups start coming in and telling them you can't do this because you're this, whatever race or whatever color or whatever culture that you're a part of. No, stop saying that. No, stop doing this. No, stop acting like that. And what they're actually doing is they're putting up barriers and limiting the growth, limiting the understanding. You're putting your child in a box when you say that you can't or you shouldn't, or you know, things of this nature. Because you come from this culture, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't think like, you shouldn't talk like, and you're actually limiting the child. You understand what I'm saying? At least that's the way that I see it.
Black to me is just a color, but it's not. It's nothing more to me than just a color. And the way that they make black, they paint the black picture. I could never be black then, you know, because black is, to me, is an act. It's something that people think that we supposed to do, and if I don't do it, just like black people say you ain't black, you know, or you'll have white people say, oh, you're the whitest person I ever met. Because if I'm talking to a white person and we talking business, how am I supposed to talk to you? Like, they literally think that I should talk to them like I don't have any sense. And when you don't, they're just unbelievable, so they automatically call it white. They won't say you're intelligent. They'll say you're trying to act like you white. It don't make no sense to me. It really doesn't.
From my observations, children just want to be children, you know, and they don't understand the limitations or the things of the political correctness or the things of the world to say, hey, I come from this type of family, so maybe I shouldn't play with that child over there because he comes from this type of family, and we don't do the same things.
Feel about slavery time.
It feels wrong.
Are you embarrassed at your school because your dad's black? How does it make you feel when they talk about it and you're there?
It makes me feel like that I don't belong where I belong.
Say that again?
It makes me feel like I don't belong where I belong.
Why is that?
Because not many people are like me.
Are you getting sad? Does it hurt your feelings?
So then the child will start drawing back. The child will start pulling back, and then all of a sudden you put a seed inside of the child. When you plant a seed, it has to grow. And then they start paying attention and seeing things that wasn't there before. You know, when you put up barriers, you put up a wall, and now all of a sudden you can't see, and you only see what's there. And you'll see, and those walls direct you to look in other directions, and now you only can see through one part. And you know, and that's just the way I see it.
So, but when people sees you, yes, acting like what they think is black, oh, you know, how you act, so how you talk, like you act like black. So, and then you say you know black. So
I wouldn't carry myself like that, because then I wasn't where I was brought up at. Like, this is not how we was acting. Like, for me, so I mean, if I know that, okay, if I was brought up in the city, I would probably have picked up a lot of how city people act. Just like if I would have been brought up by Amish people, or if I lived in the country, I would probably act like people in the country. And that's just the way I look at it. If I was brought up in Canada, you know, and bobsledding or whatever they do, I don't know. That's probably how I would act. When I was a baby, my mom still has a really heavy accent. Like you can clearly tell that she barely talks English. And they brought over Asians that had to learn English. So we was all learning English at the same time. So however I talk is like, I just got it from, you know, if a teacher says, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I say fo, like what sense would that make? You know, if I'm reading a book, why would I try to make the words sound differently because of the color of my skin? They're just words. Like, to me at least. I don't know about everyone else, but you know, you do a lot of reading, you just read it. I don't try to change the words so that I can let people think I'm black, or whatever. I just think, I don't even really like that term, to be honest, but you know. That you would let somebody paint a picture, put you in a box, and then you'll jump in that box and subscribe to it and go out of your way to do whatever you can to stay in that box.